What's up, everyone? So, this is the first part of Java interview questions, and in this, we'll discuss one of the most popular interview question for Java 8, which covers these topics. If you're not familiar with these topics, I have a Java 8 crash course video, which is in my YouTube channel, so you can refer to that from the video description, or you can just click on the card on the right side. So let's say your interview says that you have an employee model class which has an ID, name, and salary as an attribute. So I've added some getter setters as well as the constructor and toString method. But the problem statement is that you have an employee object and you want to filter on the basis of employee name that starts with A and salary which is greater than 100, or let's say 1000, and then those filtered objects you should add that in a map, and the key value pair of the map should be id should be the key and the value should be the employee object. So this is kind of very simple, and you could do it with multiple things, but he wants to test few of the things, particularly in Java 8. So he wants to test your filter method and basically to map the collectors.toMap method. So here I've made few employees. This is the ID, the name, and the salary. So I've added that into a list using arrays dot as list method. Now, if you don't know how to use the filter and to map function, so you can check out my crash course video on Java 8 that explains these operations along with lambda expressions and a lot more details in just 1 hour. So you can check that via card displayed on the right side of your screen, or you can just go to the video description and you can find that link. So let's start with that. So you'd use the stream method. First we want to filter that, and a filter expects a predicate. So we are streaming upon employees, so we have an employee object as an input, and the return type of filter operation is a boolean, so we'll do. So the first task is to filter all the names that start with A. So let's do that. So we're done with that. So after this operation, we'll get all these objects or a stream of employee whose name start with A. And now we can do another filter. So we can use another filter here. Again, we are streaming upon employees. So we'll have employee object and we'll check the salary. If it's greater than 1000, then only we'll return true. So now we have used multiple filters. So now it will return all the employee objects in a stream whose name starts with A, these two, and whose salaries are greater than 1000. So typically only E4 employee. So first let's print that before we move to our toMap function. So that's it. We have only one object, E4, whose name starts with A and salary is greater than 1000. So let's remove this for each. So now we have a stream of employees with filtered data. So on that stream, since stream has a chaining operation, we can use another method called collect, and this time we'll be collecting it in a map. So we have a collectors.toMap function, and in that it expects two things. One is a key mapper and another is a value mapper. In the key we want the ID of an employee, and in the value we want an employee object. So let's write this down. So in the key mapper it expects a function as a lambda. So we'll have key and we'll be returning something like get ID. So we're returning the ID, and in the value we'll have something like V, and we can return the original object is still, since we want that. So that's it, we're done. So of course you can have any name you want, so but these are just standard names, key value for key value. So that's it, you have collected that to a map. So this map would be of data type as id. So id has a data type of integer, and the employee object is of course employee. So that's it, you're done. So let's print this map. So this is our key is our id, and this is our value is our object of employee. So the interviewer could also ask you what is the maximum salary and how you can find that. So here he wants to know if you know the max function or not. Of course you can do that with Java 7 without using the inbuilt max function, which is part of Java 8. So but he wants to test if you know this max function or not. So let's code that. So let's say we have a list of employees. So what we can do is we can use the stream method and then the max function. So the max expects a comparator. So now he wants to test if you can write a lambda expression for a comparator or not. So comparator, as you know, is an interface that has a method which would return an integer, and that would have two arguments, two object as an input argument. In our case it would be an employee, so it would be employee 1 and employee 2, and we can return that's it, we're done. So if you guys don't know comparator, so what that is, so it's used for sorting a collection. So a comparator, if it returns zero value, that means both the objects are of equal weightage, and if it returns a positive, that means first object is bigger than the second object, and if it returns negative, that means first object is smaller than the second. So it does it one by one of both the objects and then the next subsequent objects. So this max returns an optional. I've also covered this optional in my crash course on Java 8, you can check that out. So either you can do a get if you want, and that would return an object of employee. So that's it, you have an employee object, and now you can do a get name or whatever you want. So let's say you want to find the name of that person who has the maximum salary. It is this fourth employee, so let's print that out. So that's it, here's the output. So here interviewer wants to know if you know max function or not, along with the comparator as well as the optional part. Now once you're done with the first question, the interviewer definitely ask you why are you using two filters and not one. So of course this could be done with only one filter, and it won't change our business logic. So using one filter over the other, so using one filter instead of two filters is a matter of discussion, but let me tell you some of the things that I found interesting. So one benefit of using two filters instead of two is that the code looks very clean and elegant. So the other way you could do that is with the help of AND condition, like that, and it would still behave exactly the same. So I did a quick research and found that if you use only one filter with multiple condition instead of multiple filters, it would increase the performance of your code. So this is that question that gives you an idea of what could be the performance impact of using multiple filters versus only one filter with multiple conditions. So here people have given their ideas and estimates, and they have suggested that the single filter which has multiple conditions has slightly better performance and is a little bit more efficient than using multiple filters. But you should be ready if the interviewer asks you with this question. I personally prefer using multiple filters because the code looks a little better. But yeah, if you have a lot of objects and you want to stream that, I would prefer only one filter with multiple conditions to improve the performance. I would not go into detail how it affects the performance and why it's better. You can just research on your own and look it out. I'll be adding this question in the description and you can check this out. So I'll be posting more videos on Java and specifically Java 8 interview questions in this playlist. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.